We're upcoming! Oh my god, I'm so excited! Okay, so we now have our visas. We can now leave the country, guys. Super, super excited. Hi and welcome back to my channel, Savor the Moment. If you haven't already, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. So, an update. The struggle has been real. On a serious note, my boyfriend and I almost thought we weren't going to the States anymore. And if I'm honest, it was actually heartbreaking. And I'll tell you how it all happened, okay? So, you know, I know, we're going through a whole global pandemic, right? Fun times. And when we got our offer letters, we were so naive. We were like, oh, we'll get interviews, there's no issues. Didn't even realize that there was a travel ban from South Africa to the United States. Couldn't go there unless you are a citizen of America, okay? And anyway, so to cut a long story short, we finally got all of the paperwork. So what ends up happening, especially if you're going through a private sort of employment process, they will hire lawyers who will do a special H2B petition to the United States government. And once that's approved, we then get a specific number, sort of like I want to say a tracking number, but really it's just to ensure that that's the petition number and that it's all been approved, and that sort of ends up getting put into your H2B visa, okay? So we get all of that information, which is the first hurdle we overcome. Yay, we're super excited. The lawyers send us an email and give us all of the instructions that we need to go and apply for our US visa. So we go through the whole process. Now let me just keep in mind for you guys, an online application form for the American government is not a quick sticks thing. Please set time aside, appropriate time to actually go through the whole online application form, and make sure that you've got all of the documents and details that you need. So just because I'm a overly prepared person, I print everything out. I know we need to be saving paper, but honestly, you need these documents anyway for when you get to your visa appointment. So you're kind of just making sure that you've got everything anyway, and it's just easier to reference. If you're the kind of person that can do all of that online, that is super awesome, but you do need it for your visa appointment anyway. So there we are, 3 hours later, and the first available appointment is the 1st of March 2022. And we had done our application form in August 2021, and we should be there in October 2021, okay? We were devastated. I think for a whole week I could hardly talk. And really because this is something my boyfriend and I really want to do, and we're so eager for this adventure and to just step out of what we've been doing, and not because we haven't really enjoyed it, but just because this is an incredible opportunity, number one. Number two, we really want to earn dollars. Number three, we've got some goals we want to achieve in a shorter space of time, and this is the avenue for us, okay? We have a complete meltdown. And if I'm honest, I was super, super sad about it. We both were, everybody else was. But let me tell you, resilience and patience, which I don't have a lot of, might I add, and saying a good few prayers and having that attitude of it will happen and putting it into the universe, it helps, guys. It really does. Sometimes certain things aren't meant to happen in your life, but I truly believe that this was the door that was supposed to open for us. So since then, we got an announcement. US to open travel borders. Freaking out. They don't give a date. Freaking out some more. What then happens is they tell us 8th of November, United States to lift travel ban to all of these specific countries. It's like over 30 something countries, including South Africa, which is fantastic. The rules of engagement, however, is that you need to be fully vaccinated. And just a quick side note on the vaccination, okay? Being vaccinated today and flying tomorrow is not going to cut it. You have to have a 14-day period that your body can build up its immunity. It's the same thing when you take a flu shot, so that you are fully vaccinated. That is what they consider fully vaccinated. It's not, and you know, there are like certain vaccinations that require 1 shot, but there are others where you have to take 2. Taking 1 does not qualify and you are still not fully vaccinated. So that is their terms and conditions. And like anywhere in the world right now, you have to have a negative PCR test in order for you to fly, and that's within 3 days of your travel to the US. So that is the update. What we did, guys, I was like obsessive. I looked every single day at the schedule for the US Embassy to check if dates opened up, because we had phoned them. We were like, surely there is another way around this. So we phoned the US Embassy thinking they'd give us inside information. They did not at all. But they told us, keep checking the schedule. That's all we can help you with. We cannot process your visa. And the other crazy part is that South Africa, the US Embassy in South Africa wasn't processing any visas unless it was an emergency visa. So he told us very politely, unfortunately, we cannot expedite your visa. You are going to have to wait. And what I can suggest is that you check as often as you can if a date opens up. So we did that. We checked. Eventually, we finally got reasonable dates. So we are now currently in November. My boyfriend got an early November appointment. I got mine mid-November. And I have to share the good news. We're going to America. I know I'm screaming and I'm sorry, but it is actually just so emotional and I might get a bit teary just because we've been so hopeful and everything fell into place so beautifully, guys. So the 8th of November, the travel ban lifted, and honestly, South Africa, the US consulate in South Africa just got super on it. They opened up dates, and because I had checked as vigilantly as I did, I managed to find dates for literally all of us, which is crazy. So we are going, okay? Hey guys, okay, so today we are going to get George his visa appointment sorted. So we are literally just arriving at the mall just to find a parking, and then he will be going in for his appointment soon. So we will keep you posted, of course, and let you know exactly what happens in the video, so that, you know, we all get our visas. And in this segment, I'll obviously be speaking about how you should be getting your documents ready and what you need, and yeah, just to make sure that you're all good. So babe, are you feeling a bit nervous?
Not at all, eh? I'm quite sure.
Because you got all your paperwork sorted, that's why.
Thank you to my life.
A few moments later.
So you're back from the consulate, and what happened?
I got approved, guys.
Yay!
Yo. Well, this was an episode and a half, eh?
I have since received my passport back, my visa has been processed, and I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of information about getting your paperwork ready for the US consulate, okay? Because honestly, if you appear unprepared and you don't have the documents you need, it will not be processed. Hello.
How's it?
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
For Angel.
That's for me.
Oh, that's for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Angela or Angelia?
Angelia.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you. Okay, let's open up this bad boy. Oh, sanitizer first. Because we gotta keep safe. Oh my god. Okay. Let's open up this bad boy. It's official. We're going to America. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just make sure the spelling is correct of my name. Okay, wrong one. We're going. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, so we now have our visas. We can now leave the country, guys. Super, super excited. First on the list, make sure that you have done your visa online application and you have paid and secured your date, okay? And if you are going soon after you've seen my video, or you are still traveling and things are still a little bit hectic, just be vigilant, guys. Check the schedule. That has been my saving grace. I check the schedule so often, it was obsessive. And because of that, I managed to get us dates and we're going. And that is the most exciting news ever. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. And we fly out very soon. So yeah, don't mind my tears. They are happy tears. I'm super excited. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. Having all of your paperwork ready. So read the instructions super carefully. They want you to come with a DS-160 form, okay? That will be generated once you have done your online application. What you also need before you do your online application is to make sure that you've got the correct visa picture. And in most cases, guys, do not make the mistake of pitching up with the wrong visa picture, because they will send you out of there and it just delays the whole process. It makes you super anxious and it makes you sweat. It's just not fun, okay? You go to like a place that does visa pictures, you tell them it's the US visa pictures, it's a 5 by 5 centimeter. And the cool thing is that the US consulate also has a little page. So guys, what I will do for you is I will link the actual URL, okay, to the US Embassy, where they give you the opportunity to upload your picture and they will tell you whether or not it fits the requirements. It's a really cool thing that they've added to their online platform, so definitely try that. And in some cases, the place you do go for your visa picture will do that for you as well. Okay, so you'll get a digital version and then you need to print the pictures itself. The US consulate only requires one picture, but unfortunately, when you go to these places, they give you 4 copies. It's super unnecessary. I wish we could only get one, but hey, it is what it is, okay? That is the first thing. So making sure your picture is the right picture. And on that little link, just so you know, it also gives you a guideline of how you should look, what you need to do, face, hair out of your face, etc., etc. The second thing that they will need is the petition. So the petition details is what you will get from your lawyer, okay? Make sure that you have everything and it's printed, and that's what you take with you. The other thing that they might need is proof of ties. So the one thing they want to just make sure of is that you're not going to the States to go do silly things and disappear into the abyss. They want to see that you are coming home because you are literally going for a specific contract and they don't want you to be in the States illegally. So just make sure that you have a country tie. So a country tie could be a rental agreement, it could be a bond, it could be your car, it could be your studies, it could be anything, it could be your job, you know. In some cases, not always, but in some cases, you know, your company will say to you, like, you know, and if you approach them and say, hey, this is my plan, I'd love to do this, they might say to you, you know what, in 6 months, if you come back and this is what you want to, and you want to come back to us, we'll hire you. So you could get like a letter from them. So these are the great kind of things that you can get that basically tie you to your country. That is an important thing to have. The other thing that's super important to have on you is the offer letter that you get from the country club. Now, please make sure you know the name of the country club, you know where they are, and you know what the duration is of your contract. The duration is always 6 months, okay? It is not a year unless that is the specific contract you're going on, because some H2B visas you can go as a year. Anyway, there's a lot of red tape around it, but for this example, this is what you're going to be telling them, okay? Because it's the truth. You're going for 6 months, you're working in XYZ place, and they will ask you, have you got experience in the hospitality industry? And what's really cool is that if you're going through a recruiting agency, they'll obviously tell you, you know, guys, before you head out, go work at a restaurant, get that experience, so you can confidently tell them that you have that experience, okay? In some cases, they may ask for like a reference letter to state that you've got that experience. That might also be the case. But you know, if you've done your paperwork online correctly, and you have everything with you and you know exactly what your story is, and this is when I say your story, it's not the lie, it's the truth, it's what you are going to be doing, you will have no issues, okay? Arrive to the consulate on time. If you can arrive early, do that. But don't arrive too early because they're also a bit hectic about that. So just give yourself at least a good 5 to 10 minute window so that you're not late. Being late is honestly super stressful, so just make sure that you are on time. What we do need to do as well before we go is get our PCR tests done. So that is something that I'll be sharing with you guys. You'll see us getting a nice little swab up the nose in our next video, so please stay tuned for that gross video. And of course we have our vaccination certificates, etc. So that is all done. So honestly, what's left now is to pack, and best believe I'm gonna show you guys my tips and tricks for packing, and only because these are the things I wish I had known. So please, please, please keep an eye out for that next video. You will love it. And get on the plane. So that is what's next for us. So please stay tuned for our next vlog, and like and subscribe this button. And if there are any comments and tips or questions that you have for me, please put them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them and give you the information that I know. See you guys soon.